desktop that I bought, so I'm gonna have to make up my own one, unfortunately. So I couldn't have those crazy things there. Tried moving it over on my new desktop, and it's tried to make it work.
Maybe just turn it up, mate, if it's easy. You just need something. What it is, imagine if you had 6 months worth of data telling you if you're profitable or not.
Yeah.
Like, you can look back over, you can see where you're going wrong, you can see everything in that data, but at the minute you haven't got the data. Okay guys, sorry about that if you're watching on YouTube. It's probably not going to work, is it? Probably not going to work. Morning Drift. Got some technical issues this morning. Oh, my chat's not working now. I don't know. Oh, it's on. Alright, be a bit patient, Peter. Come on. Okay, right. I'm still sharing on Discord. Everyone can hear me. Don't touch anything. Don't move. Don't even breathe. Let's go. Okay, so right, let's get into it top down, guys, because we're running a bit late. I want to see how the hour closed, even though it's 22 minutes past. Now, we haven't done anything really apart from, so the monthly again should be coming down to fill the range. I'm thinking it will come down and fill the range now, because from what I've seen from the daily is, so remember the weekly is actually closed below this level, and it is quite a strong level. You've got an area here and you've got an area here, and you get some taps to the area. So I do believe we're now in this range. We should be coming down to at least 1982. Therefore, we should get a wick fill on this week as well, this weekly candle. So we're thinking that this weekly should flip to the downside. Now it's Friday. That's the only issue. It's Friday. Is it enough time for this weekly to actually flip? If the answer is no, then what could happen with it? It might not need to flip, because all we'd want to see really is a nest play. If we can close like that, and we've got our top wicks, do that. Then technically we are still in this range. Therefore, where should we be going? Well, we should be coming down, shouldn't we? Because we're still in this range. We've had 2 candles struggle to break back above. And then, I say this every day, every week. Then next week should be fairly straightforward. You don't even need a top wick. You just should come down to fill the rest of the range. Okay? So, it's going to be very interesting tonight at 10 o'clock when candle closes. See how this weekly is going to end up. Now, if the weekly closed above, bit of a nightmare, because then we're pushing back up to 2040 levels on the weekly candle. Okay, so we need to identify where the flip is on this weekly, because we have to act upon what we see, and at the minute we're currently in this range. Therefore, we should be coming down. So we should be looking for sells for this candle to flip. So if we can identify where this weekly is initiating the flip, which I think it's already initiated it if it is going to flip, because obviously it's initiated up here somewhere. How can we get sellers to come back to the downside if it's going to flip? Now, we had heavily bullish candles on the daily, and now we've closed bearish. Now, where did we close? The issue we've got on the daily now, you didn't actually close back in to the range. Yes, you closed bearish, and that's what we wanted, but we haven't closed back in. So currently we're still in this small range here. Therefore, where should we be going? Well, we should technically still be coming up. Now, obviously, we know how price works. We know that you can't keep driving up without pulling back for liquidity. So we've obviously run out of liquidity, so we need to pull back. So if we can work out where we need to pull back to, we can look for either sells down from that to that area, and that would be our advantage point. So where can we get sells to? So what I've noticed on the dailies is they all tend to tap 2016 levels. If you look left, look where the wicks are. So could we use that as our target today? So even if you want to drive up, you haven't brought any of the highs though. We should be coming to tap at least 2016 if we want to drive up. Okay, now it's tough because we haven't got much data to go off. So to be honest, the dailies tend to fly through. You've got a doji type candle here, and then the next daily came down. I think what we're probably going to get on this daily, I think we're going to close bearish on this daily as well, even though we haven't closed back below this. I do believe this is probably going to end up bearish again. Have we got any news today? It was PMI yesterday. So no news today. Okay. So are we just going to head down? This could be our target, our advantage point. To come back down. Buys. This is where buys are tricky because there's the zone, but all the wicks come up to this zone here. So that's probably our target for buys back up. That's if the daily is going to want to create a steeper top wick. Okay, so that is sort of our targets today. Okay, so that's a daily. The 4 hour now. How's the fog? So the 4 hours actually broke the lows. Now this 4 hour range is dangerous. If you look at these levels, they're all different levels, and then they can hugely reject from them. Now it looks like they do all tend to come down to tap 2016 to come back up. So are we just going to come down to tap 2016 before rejecting? The 4 hour has broke the lows, however no bottom wick. So what does that mean then? That means what tends to happen is when you close with no bottom wick, it means the next candle's probably going to be the opposite to what that one was. So if we've got a bearish 4 hour candle with no bottom wick, the next candle will tend to push down, create a bottom wick, and then flip bullish and close bullish. That's what tends to happen. Now, are we going to do that before tapping 2017, or are we going to come down, tap 2016 and then reject? You've also got levels here and here where you can reject from and come back up. So really at any point this 4 hour could flip to the upside. There's no top wick on this 4 hour either, so I would probably imagine a top wick on this. Okay, why do you think we need a top wick on this? Well, look at the previous high. This didn't break anything. Okay, this didn't break any highs. This one did, so this could have had the liquidity to get past these levels. It's obviously then ran out of liquidity, done a pullback, and now it's broke the lows. So when you don't break any highs, you tend to then get this wave effect. So knowing that, it means that we're unlikely we're going to drive straight back up. Okay. So how can we get in? Well, we need a top wick on the 4. So could we take the hour's close? We've got 30 minutes for this hour. The hour close bullish. So are we looking at this here? Back up. We've broke into this range, then we've pulled back. Now we're going to drive straight through. If that's the case, are we just going to drive straight through on this? We haven't got a top wick. I want a top wick on the 4 really. But yes, we could come straight down. I'm just thinking, if we come straight down, could we get wing back buys back up? Like this, wing back buy from either are we gonna bomb straight through that? no top wick, no bottom wick on the 30-minute. But we've broke the lows, so this is, you've got to be a bit careful here, because the candles, all the candles have broke the lows, but you've got no bottom wicks and no top wicks. So this 30 is likely going to give us a top wick. If I can get, if the 4 hour can come back, create a steeper top wick, and then close respecting this level, be straightforward. Ideally, if we could get something like this, back up, create a top wick, and then close doji, then you've got a nest play. The next forward should be fairly straightforward. Should be a case of coming straight down. But that's if we don't tap 2016. But it's more likely it's going to push and tap that area first. So I'm thinking if we don't have a top wick and we come and tap this area, could this wing back buy be on then? Because even if the 4 closes down here, we're likely going to come back, create a top wick for it, even if we want to go down. And it is quite a strong area. It's just whether this weekly is going to flip and the daily is going to drive. Is that what's going to happen? Dailies don't tend to drive through it, but we need it below this. I would prefer sells, this is the thing. What might be best to wait for is the 4 hour close. If the 4 hour can close bearish, then we look for wing back sells back down either where the wick's needed, because the 3 hours got a top wick now and the 3 hours broke out, so the 3 hours should be coming down to how it stops be. It's, are we going to pull back here? Are we going to pull back to 2029? That is a nice wing back area, to be fair. Yeah, so this is what I'm looking at. 3 hour close, and then we pull back all the way to 2029. Then we come down and tap 2016. So is that something we could look at? That's the 3 hour though. How about the 2? 2 is probably getting a wick fill now. We haven't pulled back yet though. What's this 2 gonna do? 2, are you gonna push to 2019? So if you look at these 2 hours, we had a 2 hour close in, then we had a small bearish 2 hour, and then we ended up bullish on the next 2 hour. We've still got an hour and a half left of this. So is this gonna end up bullish, or is this gonna come and give us a wick fill? What is this hour gonna do? So let's have a look at these areas. So technically we're still in this range on the hourly. We're still in this range on the hour. So therefore, where should we be going? Well, we should be going back up. We've got no bottom wick. If we can get down to tap 2017, we can look for a wing back buy. Because I believe the 4 needs a top wick. We need to probably break the highs if we want to come back down as well. Or we need to come and tap at least 2024. Or can we just... no bottom wick on the 30. So one of these are likely going to give us a bottom wick, which is a good sign. 15. Let's get rid of this again. We'll break them back into the area. It'd be good to see how this hour is going to close, but this might drive, because if this hour closes like this, bearish, then we've 2 candles have closed respecting this. So it means then we should come back up. and plus we need a top wick, so the top wick would be our advantage point. So it'd be a case of bottom wick, buy stops on the other side for the flip basically. So I need to have a look to make sure this range is correctamundo. We are a bit like that, aren't we? So once we close respecting, come back down. Bottom wick, you don't pop back down. You actually pull back even without tapping 2016. So that means really our wing back should have been here. I think we've missed the move on this. Yeah, I don't know. Happened between 6 and 7. So if we've missed this move, it looks like we pull all the way back to 2026. Yeah, we pull all the way back to 2026. Respecting, tap, pull all the way back up. Yeah, look, I think we've missed this move. How can we get in here? Tapped again and then gone. I think we just need an hour close. If this hour can close respecting this area still, I think it might be just a case of taking buys up. It looks like when you struggle here, you've got to come back to 2026 before even coming back down. The 4 needs a top wick, that's why I'm still looking at this, even though I would prefer sells. But you've got to understand, you need a pullback in order to take sellers down. So we only tap it once and then we work our way back up to 2026. Or have we already done that? Oh, okay, so we've done it here. So once we do this and then we come and tap 2026, what happens after? That's what we've got to see now. Okay, so let's have a look, go back, let's see. So we tap it here, we come up, and then we come down. We do it again, so it could happen again. Down, back up, 2026, and then through. These ones are difficult to go off, and then through. Down, tap, 2026, and then back down. So could this wing back buy be on a 2016? Could we come and tap 2016 now? We do tend to do it again. It's whether it's going to happen twice. Up, back down, up. Does tend to happen again. Down, back up, messed about. That's all out, that's enough, isn't it? Okay, so it can happen twice from what we can see. So could we take a wing back buy up then? And if we're going to take a wing back buy, where are we going to take one at? Because the next time you tap, you can actually push all the way through to 2012. So we might have to wait for this hour to close, because if this hour closes like this, we could maybe sell down to 2016. It should be coming down to 2016. 30 is flipping. Got no bottom wick on it. You've got a top wick on this now. 20 minutes. 15. We still haven't got a top wick on the 4. So is the 4 going to flip? Oh, 5. No top wicks. I don't know whether we're going to come through this or reject off it again. It tends to It can reject like twice, sometimes 3 times. But everything's broke the lows at the minute, so I need to see price sort of respecting an area. The only thing we've got at the moment is the 1 hour. The 1 hour is bullish, that's all we've got at the moment. The 1 hour is bullish, so is this going to flip to the upside? Where everything else is bearish, the 4's broke out. The 3, the 2, it's only the 1 what's closed back in. Even the 30's closed back below. So there's not much I can really do at the minute. Is this and then come back up? I need to see price close back in here. That would confirm to me that we're coming up for a top wick for the 4 hour. But if before this move up, if we can get a pop down, and then we can grab the wing back buy up. But we need to see lower time frame price close respecting in. At the minute we're not, we're just coming straight through. Because we haven't even had a breakout on the hour yet. Everything's broke out apart from the hour, and the hour is probably one of the main plays for me. We've got 18 minutes, so are you going to reject here? This is a big pushing candle. Got no bottom wick on this 5. Can't really take that. Can't really take it. I could reject from here again. If this 30 had closed respecting, yeah, we'd be looking at taking another wing back for a wing back buy from here. That's what we'd be looking at doing. But because the 30's broke out, technically the 30 should be coming to fill the range at 2019, because there's little minor ranges here. Or are we going to drive straight through? If we get an hour close below, we should drive through to 2016, which is 21 pips. So I sort of need an hour close below this 20.54. If we get an hour close below that, we should come and fill the range at 2016. This one hasn't done it, like, probably going to need a top wick as well. This one had already tapped it. Debating whether to get a wing back buy. Because you're probably going to have to come back up. Oh, yeah. You've done a pullback here. What is this? Was this news? That was news, that. So if that's the case, could we take a wing back buy from 2015? That was maybe news as well. What's this? That was probably news as well. Okay. So are we just going to tap 2019 to come back up for buys? 4 still needs a top weight. See, the 15's closing. See how this 15 closes here. We ideally want this 15 close respecting here. If we can get this 15 closing respecting with no bottom wick would be fantastic. We could look at 2016 for potential wing back buys. Other than that, we're going to have to wait for the next... Oh, no bottom wick though. But the close below, if this can push down to 2016, we potentially get in. It's a slim chance, but if it can, I need to have a look. Only because the hour... do you know what? We can't. because we'd need this hour to flip. Because if this hour breaks below, then you're coming down 2016. So we'd really need this 15 to do this. We'd need this 15 to go tap and then flip and close respecting, otherwise we'd be getting out anyway. It does look like we're going to break the lows. And then where does the 4 need to come? The 4's got no top way, so what can the 4 do? The 4 should at least pull back. We did break. Yeah, the 4 should be coming to 2016. It's just we haven't had a pullback, and I don't want to be caught in the pullback. So all the 4s do come down to 2016, but it's done it with no top wick. So you wouldn't even have got in on this 4, this breakout on the 4. You wouldn't have got in. No bottom wick, then no top wick. There's no way you could have got in on that. But all the 4s do tend to come and tap 2016. So if we cannot, hopefully we won't tap it on this 4. It means the next 4 is going to tap it, but then the next 4 is likely going to give us a top wick to then come and tap it, or it might push down first. But either way, we could probably get an entry from that, because at the minute we can't get anything at the minute. If this hour can close in 12 minutes but not tap it, and we get a pullback, we can get a sell stop underneath. That'll be fairly straightforward, but we need the hour to close below this, otherwise we might pull back to 2023 area, break the highs before coming back down. But then that's the 4, then flipping to the upside. Is the 4 going to close back in? It's like, you know it's going to happen, so do you get in now because you're scared to miss the move, knowing that you could potentially get stuck in that pullback, which you know it's probably still going to play out? Or do you just wait and save yourself the pain of being a drawdown and wait for a better entry? And that's what we do. But yeah, I mean, this could come straight through. I hope it doesn't. But you've got no bottom wick and no top wick. So the likelihood of this, if this 15 closed respecting here, we could have got a buy stop on the other side. But I didn't close below, so we can't even do that. Because the 15s tend to come down to 2018 and then pull back. Oh, what the hell? What is this? Could we not take that? We tend to come straight through. And then this looks like what we're getting. That's the case, we could take sell from 2020. I believe that was new, so good morning, Nella. Hope you're well. Yeah, it's see how this 15 closes. This 15 close respecting. This is not the best. Look at these. These ranges are horrible. So if we can get a 15 close respecting that, doesn't really fit nicely. Like the 15's more like there or here. If we can maybe reach down, do we need to do that pullback? When you tap this area, you do tend to pull back anyway. We could probably look at this. I just don't like how. It's a tricky one, guys, because the hours looks like it's going to break out, which we're coming down, so taking buys is a bit risky. I can't really see this hour flipping back up, so if we take it that, yeah, we're going to get. Now, if this hour doesn't come down to tap 2016, I'm thinking we're probably going to need a pullback anyway, aren't we? So let's say this hour closes, I don't know, like that, and we take a buy here. We're probably going to have to pull back anyway, aren't we? Maybe tap previous support, really. The 4's no bottom wick. Okay. Where are you going? What are you doing? Okay, guys, I am in for a buy on this. Oh shit, that was close. I'm in for a buy. Okay, fast one. Stops for me. Yeah, you can probably put stops at 60 pips, 2012. Okay, take partial move to break even is this area 2019. We're basically saying I would have preferred a 15 flip, but I'm thinking the hour's gonna have to pull back anyway. Okay, so I'm hoping this 15 can flip anyway. I'm not gonna have time to get this on. Our target's not a huge target, right? Probably look at 2026 maybe. Okay, now we could come straight down to 2016, so just be aware, right? Now I'm thinking if the hour closes like this, even if the hour closes and fills the range at 2016, the new one should pull back anyway. Our get out is if the hour closes below 2018. That's when we're looking to get out, really. Yeah. Now I do believe the new hour is likely going to pull back to tap at least 2019 before driving down. So a bit like this one here. So, well, this one actually pulled back, tapped it, pulled back, closed, new one. I don't know if that's pulled back first and then flipped to the downside. So we should be tapping 2019 anyway. So what's that on pips? 10 pips. There's our 10 pips. Oh, don't. My god, the OBS message came up saying it disconnected. I tell you what, that would be good time, wouldn't it?
You having no luck?
Bloody hell. Okay, let's see if this 15 can flip. We've got no bottom wick on it. You've got no top wick on this. It's exactly the same for the... what was it? The 4's got no top wick and we've got no bottom wick. So is this 4 going to close bullish? That's what we're trying to catch. However, Are we going to come and tap 2016 first? Our stops actually needs to be below this. So I apologize if you've done your stops and risk. It's about 80 pips for me. So let's see if this 15 can flip. It might not flip, but still he should come and create a top wick for this 15, I would imagine. Let's have a look on our low. Oh, nice doji candle on the 5. Do we need to break the lows to come back up? Can this 5 flip? If this 5 can flip, that might initiate the 15 to flip. There you go. Can we get back up though? That is the key. Can this 15 flip? Come on, baby. If this 15 flips, I'm going to go risk free. Where are we at? Because the new hour, actually wait there, because the new hour really should pull back anyway. But it might come down first. Let's have a look, see if we can get up. There you go, there you go, there you go. Okay. Right guys, now I am going risk free. So I'm risk free. Take some partial if you want. But I'm risk free on this. You're not quite at 2019, but we've got an hour close in 2 minutes. If this flips back to the downside, then we're likely going to push to the next zone. But I'm thinking the new hour should open up at this point and pull back first because we're getting a bottom wick on the previous hour. That makes sense. It's nice how we haven't brought these lows here. Look at that entry. Lovely entry. 1 minute 50. Can we get up there? I've not took partial yet. I'm going to wait for my zone to get hit. You should get it on the next hour anyway. But if you think about the hour, this hour should pull back to previous support. Where's previous support? Well, previous support is 2019. So even if this hour wants to drive down, you should pull back to at least 2019 or 2020, sorry, in order for it to flip to the downside. So it's just whether the hour comes down first to break the lows again before coming up. That's all it is. That's what I'm saying. So it's up to yourselves whether you take some partial. Because also what you're getting as well, if this 15 closes below this, what have you got then? You've then got a nest play. It means the new 15 could just open up, push up, and then flip to the downside. Okay. So I will be taking some partial at 2019. I won't take much out of it, probably 50%, because if we have caught this nice, we could get some flies on it. If we have caught the forward flip, that's what we're trying to catch really, aren't we? The forward flip. Okay, so the new hour is in 40 seconds. Where's it? If this 15 closes respecting here, guys, I'm probably going to be taking 75%. Because then you've got a higher chance you're probably still going to come back down. That was a fast trade, wasn't it? Tell you what, if this 15 closes back in, you know, we could get flies, because you don't need to come and break the lows, because this would be a fake out. There's no reason for it to come back down if it wants to pull back. There you go. If you want to take some partial now, you can do. I've took partial. We're risk free on it. Let's see how this 15 closes. That's a lovely 15. Okay, can we avoid a bottom wick? It's a new hour now. Can we avoid a bottom wick? Can this hour pull back? I want to make sure I'm still on bloody. Oh shit. Is YouTube still on, guys? Someone drop us a message on YouTube. I've had a message off OBS saying it's messing about. I couldn't get that on the signal, I didn't have enough time. Okay, can we avoid this bottom wick? Is because we've had an hour breakout now, right? So you've had an hour breakout. Now it hasn't closed below this minor support. However, it means we could come back down for another stab at 2018 because he can sort of come straight through. So if we can avoid this bottom wick and it flips back to the upside, lovely. Still on. Thanks, Drift, mate. I'm also in. Nice cheese, guys. I had a message literally as we got into this trade saying OBS has been disconnected. I'm like, no way. Okay. So why do we think this is a bit more of a riskier trade? Why is it riskier? It's more risky because everything's broke to the lows, so we're actually bearish coming down. We do feel that the dailies close respecting, right? But the reason for us that we know we probably need a pullback is because the 4 hour's got no top wick and the previous 4's got no bottom wick. So it means we're trying to identify if what tends to happen is this 4 hour tends to close bullish. Even though this 4 hour's broke the lows, it's had a big reach down. So if it's going to start reversing, it's going to either reverse round here or at 2016. So we're trying to catch this pullback of the 4 if it's going to happen. Okay, and then what we've done, we've identified a lower time frame where even when you drive down, you get this. So now knowing that the 4 could flip, right, even though we're very bearish, the 4 can flip. We've identified an area where it's pretty safe area where we know a lower time frame. Even if you want to drive down, you should do this anyway. Then we've looked to enter. We've been aggressive with our stops. Well, I say aggressive. It was 10 pips there. But we know that we could easily get stopped out here. Why? Because we're very bearish. Everything's broke the lows. Okay. So in overtime experience, you're actually trading again against the trend, but with experience, you start seeing stuff like this. You know how price works. You know the hour's probably going to give a top wick to 2020. So you look to go, we might get stopped here. Are we going to get stopped? Okay. Because I get this off people. You've took a sell, you've took a buy when you're massively bearish. Well, yeah, because I know how price works. I know you need pullbacks. I know you need liquidity in order to drive further down. And I can see price. Well, actually, price is not even struggling at the minute because it's still breaking the lows. So, but it's just experience. Over time, you'll be able to place trades like this as well. We're probably going to get stopped here. So close. I was hoping this 15 would be a fake out. What's the 5s doing? Ooh, stay up. Stay up. If this 5 pulls back, close it. Where's the 5 actually? We actually haven't closed back into the range on the 5. Not yet anyway. We might come back down for another stop, guys, because if you look at these, you tend to tap this area quite often before breaking through. So it does look like we're probably going to come back down. Hopefully we can get back up to 2020. I will be taking another partial in 2020. I know it's not a massive range. It's because we're trading the pullback here, remember. Oh, he's a 5. Can the 5 close above? Can it flip even? If the 5 closes like this, then we're probably going to come back down. Well, I say that because I can't identify these 5-minute ranges here. Oh, actually, we tapped this area. We actually came back to 2018 and then we came back up for another stab. But eventually you do come back, it looks like. So what does that mean? Or can we push straight through? I don't know whether we're going to push straight through because the difference to this one, you've tapped it a few times and then you've left. So I don't know if we're going to get that. We're probably going to get stopped on this 5, aren't we? Hopefully we won't. We've tapped it. Then we've came up to 2019, and then we've came back down to 2018. Yeah, they all seem to come back. 2-3 times and then go. Would have been nice if we could catch this, man. 21 pips there, nice. Ah, yeah. Let's see. Oh, no top wick and no bottom wick. Okay, what I might do here, I might move stops. See if we can break the highs. If we can break the highs, I'm going to move stops to the bottom of this 5, because if this 5 breaks the highs, then it's got liquidity to then drive down. You're going to hit stops anyway at that point. Okay. We broke the highs. Okay, I'm moving stops to the low of this 5. What you can do as well, if the 5 breaks above this, then you can move stops back. Why do you think I'm saying you can move stops back? Because what you're probably going to get next is, if the 5 closes like this, the new 5 is more likely to pull back, create a bottom wick for this 5 and then flip. Yeah, so then you move stops back. But if this 5 flips to the downside, it's likely going to come and hit your stops anyway. That makes sense. Come on, the 5. Nice 5 close above. That'd be lovely. Because what's this now? Is this the 15? Oh, the 15's flipped. Okay. There's 5 minutes left of this 15. So is this 15 going to drive back up to 2021? Because that means the hour's flipped. Look at the hour now. Look at that for an entry, guy. If this hour flips and closes bullish, look at that for an entry. Another fantastic entry. There we go. We seem to be going now. Get up there. Get up there, sunshine. Can't believe I didn't get this on the bloody signals. Or trade ideas, if Vic's watching. They're not signals, they're trade ideas. Can we get a 5 close? So now if the 5 does flip, it's got enough liquidity to get past the lows, hasn't it? Because it's broke the highs again. If you want to take more partial, by all means take more partial. It's up to you. I'm hoping if we get a 5 break above, we might just pop straight back up to 2020. Let's have a look if it does that. It's this area, it's I don't like, look. So I think we might just be breaking the highs to then come back down. So we tapped it there, then we broke the highs and we didn't drive. Do you know what? I'm going to take some more partial, I think. I'm going to take... do you know what? My stop's in place anyway. Let's see how this 5 closes. If this 5 doesn't break the highs... Let's see what this 5's going to do, actually. We need this 5 to break the highs. If it does, I'm going to take more partial before it pulls back. Yeah, so I'm taking some more partial there, guys. Okay, I'm going to move stops back to where they are, where they were. Hopefully we can just drive, but we'll see. We've got no bottom wick on it. No bottom wick on this 5. We didn't break the high, so this 5 can flip to the downside at any point. There's a reason to come back down, and it's here. Oh shit. Let's see if it can push up. Oh shit, what's going on here? Because it's all on the hour, remember. Is the hour going to flip? It doesn't have to. It's broke the low. It's got a top wick now. So we did say the hour needs to have a top wick. Yeah, so it's got a top wick now, so it's free to drive back down now and come and break the lows if it wants to. If we get a top wick to 2020, we could potentially take sells back below if we come back down to break the lows, because you should be coming to 2016, but you just got to be careful because the 4 hour needs a top wick, doesn't it? That's the issue you've got. USD is pretty strong as well. Gold's 34.1 going down, USD is 63. USD is getting stronger, 65.4, therefore price should be coming down. Gold is getting stronger, man, so it is fighting back, 42.2. But it's probably not enough. We're probably going to get stopped here. Let's see. Come on, 5. We sort of need this 5 to. It's going to do one or two things here. It's going to create a bottom wick and then flip to the upside, or it's going to create a bottom wick and pop down in that area. But we sort of need that bottom wick tuck from this 5. Really, we need a tuck. Relentless podcast today, guys. I got interviewed.
Was just about to say it, director of education. Nice.
Yeah, director of education. Oh, I'm quite important, you know.
Oh, I didn't realise.
I'm quite important, you know. Oh shit.
Rubbing shoulders with famous people.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. Director of Education, Relentless.
What a title. I'm going to greet you every morning now.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
morning, Director.
we went on holiday one time, right? There's a video of me dressed as a woman, right? Dancing on stage in front of loads of people, because we went on holiday at Rhodes, and you know, when the entertainment people, I got a couple of dads up and they had to do challenges and things like that, push-ups and a little obstacle course, and you had to dance and stuff like that. And one of them was dress up as a woman and dance, and I've like done the worm and done some break dancing and that as well. Right? Anyway, I won the competition, and basically I got like a full spa treatment, champagne, and then everyone had to call me Mr. Lindos Imperial. So throughout the resort, the rest of the holiday, people going, "Hi, Mr. Lindos Imperial." Oh, there we go, guys. We've been stopped. We've been stopped for spread. We don't like that's a trade. I hope you all caught some profit there. Not a bad trade, but we know we can come down, don't we? So it is what it is. What did we peak? 13 pips. 13 pips. Let me write that down. See what I mean? See what I mean? You're going to do one or two things here. Reject from here or pop. 13 pips. Did you take some more partial there, Dan? Or?
I didn't know.
No. Did you take any partial at all?
No.
Didn't you?
Yeah.
The way I like, the reason I take partial, guys, at me 10 pips, right? In my head, I aim for 10 pips a day. That does me. Whether it's a partial or close full or what, I just aim for 10 pips a day. That's where I make my money. And anything extra is a bonus. That's the way I look at it. But what I struggle with is not taking something out of the trade. I sort of have to. I don't know why. I always have to take something from the trade, because let's be honest, trading can absolutely suck every emotion out of you. Can just drain you. Yeah. So I do believe taking partial, like your take partial, move to resistance. Get used to taking partial. Yeah, and you'll find that this actually builds your account up. Yeah, and you actually make your money from this, from in between your entry and your take partial move to break even. This is where you're making money. Anything extra is a bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lot sizes that I would use, it's
Well,
neither here nor there if I'm taking the partial, really, because it's.
I know, but the thing you've got, you're on a demo, aren't you? You're on a demo at the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're on a demo. It's not about the money you make on that demo, because it's about seeing, are you profitable at the end of the month? That's the key. You can always get a 300k funded account, 500k funded account, a million funded account, yeah? So you can always up the... You're just trying to be profitable overall. And the little take partials move to break even, you'll find that that'll build up and it covers any other losses you've got. But I know what you mean, because I went through that stage of, I can't take partial here. It's 9 pips, 8 pips. But trust me, that's how it works. That's how it works.
Yeah.
If you, and the way you, because I get asked this all the time. I mean, I didn't get much profit there. But it's on other accounts, what's all spread, all different values, different accounts. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So overall, it's actually decent. Yeah. What was I going to say now? I've lost my chain of thought now. Forgot. Yeah, so I'd recommend taking partial and move to break even, which is pretty hard to do when you've only got so many pips or something like that. But unfortunately, the rule is, with this method, the first sign of resistance on that 5-minute time frame, that's where you need to take partial, move to break even. And if it's not at least 10 pips, then it's probably not worth doing with the size of your stops.
Yeah.
Yeah. But trust me, 200k accounts are taking 10 partial at 10 pips. It's enough income, mate. Trust me.
Well, you see, the challenge that I was doing for the 100k account on the fivers, it does in like the 3 stages. So it gives you a 25k account for the first stage, then it upped it to a 50k, then a 75k for.
Well, that's it. 20 on the 25k one, it probably won't be much.
Nah,
it won't look much.
Max lot sizes of 0.4.
The thing with this method, Meraki method, is it takes you ages to pass a challenge.
Yeah.
Because it's small, profitable trades. Do you know what I mean? So it takes you longer. Whereas if you use the Dean, for example, you could pass a challenge in a week, because it's off like a ratio of 1 to 1, 2 to 1, or whatever. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But I mean, you realistically, yes, we do push people down the funded route, because why use your own money? But really, you want to get the point where you've got your own live account. You just want to use the funded route just so you can fund your live account, and then go from there. Really, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That is the aim.
Yeah. So, you know, we'll get there. And that's what I was going to say. Well, it's weird that's come back in my head. Just popped back in my head what I was going to say. So the reason, the way I work out whether I'm going to take 50% or 75% out of the trade is whether I think I'm going to get flyers.
Yeah.
So if I think, okay, we've had a 15, if we get a 15 close back in, and this is the fake out, because we didn't know if this was going to be the fake out. If it was going to be the fake out, you shouldn't come back down to break even. Therefore, we should get flyers. So what I do is I take 50% out, thinking we're going to get flyers and it's going to go further. But if I think there's a low chance of we're going to get flyers and we're potentially going to have to come back to break even, then I'll take 75 or sometimes close full.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's how I work out whether I take 50 or 75. I mean, look at price pushing now. No bottom wick. No bottom wick. I don't know whether I'm going to take another trade, but he should be coming down to 2016. Let's get this on the logbook. What was the 216? Guys, if you're watching on YouTube and you caught something, or even if you've just learned something, drop me a like, subscribe to the channel if you're on. jump into our Discord as well. Trade most weekdays at 8 AM. There's also the basics course is now free. So if you want to jump into our basics course, if you're sort of new and just starting out, by all means jump onto that. You get access to that in the link tree button in the descriptions. It's 13 pips, wasn't it? So, Feb. What's the day today? 23rd, all day, Dan. All day. 9:21. It's about time we had an early trade. What was this? This was. It was a wingback buy, but wingback buys off a 15 because the 15 flipped. 2, 6, 3. Stop loss was, what was stops? Was it 80 pips? I think it was 80, wasn't it?
Yeah.
13 pips. And this is where weekly bias, well, yes, no, it wasn't, because we took buys, daily bias. No, H4 break. They all broke the opposite way. This was a counter trend. And trade anticipating the flip on the 4, which didn't play out. Okay. Knock straight down at 2016. If we came back to 2020, we were looking at getting sell stops underneath this hour, but obviously didn't come back to that. Look at the power down now. I'm probably going to call it, guys. This is how we normally trade, really. Take one trade and we're sort of done on stream, and I'm normally done like around this time. Normally this is like a normal day for us, really. So if you're new to this stream and you've been watching it lately, we've been waiting till 11 o'clock for trades, or we haven't had many trades. But normally we jump on the chart and we've normally caught something by 10 o'clock, I would say. Let's add this to the record. So we're now 34 wins, 2 break evens and 2 partial losses. So we're doing pretty good on stream, really. I got a win, thank you. First win on funded account today. Well done, Drift. Classmate. Nice profit for you. I mean, I say that, not a huge profit, depending on what you've done. I mean, if you closed out full. If I closed out full at 11 pips, I probably would have made about, well, on this, I mean, this is a demo, like, but about 360 maybe. That's the thing, when you take partials, you lower the value of what's left in it. Look at Bryce go, yeah. Where are you going? So this is a very dangerous area now, guys, at 2016. I'd probably be very careful if you're looking at selling below here. Right? I'd be very, very careful, because around this 2016 area is where you can start pulling back. If you look left, very strong area, but you also could flip through these areas. But yeah, I'll probably be leaving it for the rest of the day now. So yeah, any questions before I go, guys? Friday, nice early finish, lovely. Right, I'll be back on Monday, all next week, I believe. We should be good. Hopefully I'll have my technical issues squared away. Alright guys, so I'm going to love yous and leave yous. I'll catch yous later. Have a fantastic weekend. See yous later.
Take it easy. Have a good one.
See you, mate.